Trevor Griffin, Sunrise's head coach, finally out here on grass after a long, gruelling winter.
Yeah, absolutely. I've said to the players about we're going through phases. So they've had phase 1, rest and recover. Phase 2 was about strength and conditioning, where Tom, our S&C, rubbed his hands together. So they had 6 weeks of him in the gym. Just before Christmas, we gave them the taste of hitting balls again. And then since January, we've been indoors at Finchley. It's been very much skill development focus. They've worked incredibly hard, and we're at the point now where we want to do that batter versus bowler. I'd say the one thing we're very good at within this country is developing indoor cricketers, because our weather's so bad. It's a bit cold and wet today. So we train a lot indoors. So to be able to come to a facility like this, it just keeps that excitement level. It also makes it feel as though we're another step closer to the season.
Absolutely. I've noticed that the most apparent thing here today, obviously, is you've only got half a dozen of the squad here. Spoke to you last year and we had all the woes and trials and tribulations of COVID, which of course meant you were training in small numbers. COVID, if we're to believe, is now a thing of the past, but yet you're still training in small numbers. How tough is it to build that kind of squad unity and togetherness when you've got so many of your players off at uni and working and at school?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that is a big challenge. Going into a professional environment, it isn't as simple as, right, well, here's your professional cricketers, off you go. We have 6 professional cricketers. Obviously, we need more than 6, to play the game, but also as a squad. So as you say, we have 12 currently that are contracted over the winter, including the 6 professionals. 2 of those are at university. One of those is, 2 of those are at work full time as well, so we have to plan around that. So trying to find ways where we can integrate players at different times and being creative around that. So we're quite fortunate in the Kate Kopak. She's able to be with us on Saturdays, and Lissy McLeod's able to be with us on a Friday. So we get to integrate those 2 a couple of times. The university girls, as soon as they're on break from uni, they're straight in with us. They have their own WhatsApp group and they chat and keep everybody involved that way. And I also touch base with the players regularly as well. So we are in contact with them. The challenge is building that team togetherness, and what's really important for us is as we get into our next phase after the marquee, our pre-season, is how we then bring our teams together. Our team activity days, that's where we'll have a lot more people together over the Easter period, and also starting to integrate some of our academy players into the senior team as well. So it's work in progress. We've got plans. If I'm brutally honest, I don't think that will change until we get to the point where we see 15 fully professional cricketers. So I think we'll have this challenge ongoing for a number of years.
You might well be right. One new face I have seen here today is Vince Wells. Obviously Vince, fantastic county cricketer himself, moved into coaching now. I know he works in school as a cricket coach. Vince obviously now working with Sunrisers. How long's Vince been on board? Is he with us all year? And what will he be bringing to the party?
So in short, he's been with us a few hours this year. But he joined us last year. We had him around for a number of days in the back end of the season, working primarily with our batters, and also with us during the 100-ball period as well. So I got to know Vince through Grace Griffins. He's the cricket professional at Grace's school. He's worked within the female game previously, having coached at England level. So he's got a background within our game. He's also got that professional experience as well. And I think I've said this before, that we talk about professional cricketers, but they don't become professional cricketers overnight. It isn't as simple as sign a piece of paper, there you go, you're now a professional cricketer. We need to educate, we need to help them understand what it is, what do they need to do, how do they behave, what does it mean to be a professional cricketer. And it isn't just you've got to hit more balls and bowl more balls. There's rest and recovery, how you train, your attitude, the tactical side of it, the physical part, and also, as I said, rest and recovery, which is really important to them as well. So by having people like Vince and Laura Marsh around, I'm a very experienced coach, but I didn't play the game professionally. So having these people around me, they bring in perhaps that part of the skill that I don't have, and helping the players. So bit of a long answer, but first day with us this year with Vince. I'm delighted to have him back with us. He will continue to be with us on and off during term time, and then during school holidays he will be with us a few more days as well.
Brilliant. Probably no short answer to this one as well, but the Sunrise's journey is 2 years long now.
Yeah.
It's been a steep learning curve, would be fair to say. Tough first year, second year showing enormous amounts of improvement. Must give you plenty of signs of encouragement that whilst the journey is its infancy really, you've made a hell of a lot of progress in those 2 years.
Yeah, 100%. You know, and we've spoken about this as a group, and we don't want to keep coming back to that we're new in comparison. You know, I think we also need to reflect we are, or recognise we are, compared to the 6 other teams that were in the Kia Super League. But in a short space of time, we've brought together, you know, a nucleus of players from a geographical area that's vast, that ranges in terms of standards at the play county level. You know, only Middlesex played Division 1 cricket previously. Our other 8 partner counties flicked between a little bit of Division 2, mainly Div 3. There was times when there was Division 4 cricketers. So we've had to pull together and see what's within our region that can compete at this level. There hasn't been a period where it's a case of, well, we just have to do. It's about, can we compete? So it's taken a bit of time for us to understand where the region is. I'm delighted with what we're seeing in the academy. We had Scarlett Hughes join us in this week from the academy. We've got a few others, Jess Ollenshaw, Izzy Routledge, Flo Miller, who played a few games. They're going to be joining us a few times over the next few weeks. So that's going to add some competition. Yeah. And having new faces coming in, this is quite a strange answer, I guess, is when you bring in youngsters, it adds another dimension to it. It keeps it fresh. It adds a little bit of a challenge, but it also freshens the older players, the more mature players. So that's going to be interesting to see what happens from building the team ready for this season. But yeah, I just think we need to look back and see how close we came against the tie against Lancashire Thunder up at Northants, Chelmsford nearly chasing down the 300. We were well on to way to chasing 300 again against Western Storm and had a little bit of a wobble with the bats halfway through, but we were cruising it. If I was honest, I was praying for rain at that point because we would have been well ahead for Duckworth Lewis. So that's really exciting, and having seen the last 6 weeks of skill development and where these players are at, and now just today seeing that transfer already, I'm really excited to see how we progress and how we take that forward for the summer ahead.
I know historically you don't like to kind of set any objectives and targets for the year ahead, but you're speaking obviously very optimistically and positively about the mood in the squad and how skills have progressed. I know from speaking to the girls, they're all upbeat about it. What are your hopes for the year ahead?
Look, you know, this is professional sport, and you go out to win. And we will certainly be going out to win. Our aim is to improve on what we did last year. You know, we were the most improved batting team last year. We didn't see that with the ball, so that's probably one of the biggest areas that I'm really looking forward to seeing this year is, can we progress with the ball? And I think if we can do that, we will be really competing within those games. So yeah, I'm not going to stand here and predict that we're going to be winning the trophy. What I'm going to say is I'm really looking forward to going out and then competing and put ourselves in the best position to win games of cricket.
Brilliant. Trevor, it's always good catching up with you. Thanks for your honesty. Yeah, all the very best of luck. No doubt we'll catch up with you again very soon.
Look forward to it. Thanks very much.